Cameras. Okay, fine. All time cameras are on. Okay, again, we are waiting for some more students to join in our class here. Okay, so screen sharing, social justice chapter number 4. Okay, so far the discussion on these things are completed, and we are here. Okay, pursuing social justice, pursuing a social justice. Clear. Okay, so we read at that area, I think so, right? Different stages or steps that taken by different governments to ensure justice for all in the society, justice for all in the society. So we know that no governments are able to maintain a situation. What situation? Okay, justice, okay, equal justice for everyone or economical equality for everyone. Okay, it is not possible. So it is impossible to eradicate or solve the problem between the rich and the poor. 100% successful is not possible. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, in other words, just society should provide people with the basic minimum condition to enable them to live healthy and secure lives and develop their talents as well as equal opportunity to pursue their chosen goals in the society. So government can ensure the minimum basic necessities for everyone in the society. So we know that related with this COVID-19, the government of Kerala is moving forward with the various programs. Okay, can you say one program to ensure the social justice? Any one program, tell me that. Any one single program by the government to maintain the social security or social justice in the society of our state, Kerala? Any one program by the government? Tell me, thousands of such programs are there. Okay, you are unaware of that things there. So sad to hear. Okay, tell me any one program by the government. So sad. Heard about this food kits, grocery kits by the government? Huh? So distributing through the ration shops, right? Public distribution system. Nearly 88 lakhs ration card holders are there in our state. Okay, nearly 88 lakhs ration card holders are there. Okay, so the government is took that as a challenge. Okay, ensuring food for everyone. It's a part of social justice, right? Okay, cannot provide chicken biryani for everyone regularly. It is impossible, right? That kind of equality or that kind of justice, no government can do that. But minimum provisions are there. Okay, the grocery products, clear. So kits are there. Okay, so that is for the BPL and I mean BPL in the sense below poverty line. Basically, using the two different cards there. That is what we can say, the pink color card and the what you can say, the yellow color card, AIY card. Okay, so for them special provisions are there, free food greens are there for them, right? Okay, clear or not? And Onam kit is ready. So that is appreciable, right or not? Such kind of activities by the government is appreciable. Whatever may be our politics, that is different. That is different. But the government is not a particular political party's government, right? It is for the entire people in the state. Clear or not? Understanding or not? That idea clear? Is that idea clear? So I am not the person who is supporting the CPIM government. Clear or not? So we are unable to say that it is a CPIM government. Why? The government is a Kerala government. Kerala government. Understanding or not? So maybe political party that holding the power, but the government is not for the that particular political party or its believers, but for everyone. So the government is trying to ensure food security and creating social justice or maintaining social justice. So you want to read newspapers to get these newses. Okay, so number of other measures also are there by the government. Next one. Okay, so related with this hurricane that has almost reached the southern area, okay, near Kanyakumari, that crossed, okay, Sri Lanka, Jaffna, that area is covered. At any time it will reach. The prediction is it will reach by tomorrow 12 o'clock at the Kerala coast, Malabar coast, right? So what are the basic steps that taken by the government, state government, to protect the people? Any idea about that?
Yellow
Ask
alert.
not to go for fishing.
Pardon?
Ask not to go for fishing.
Ask not go for fishing. Okay, fine. So that's a suggestion, right? Any provisions are there?
They started a camp like we had done in the flood time.
That camp started. Okay, the central government's reserved forces reached Kerala. Okay, disaster management team is ready. Clear? Ambulance services are ready. Okay, like that, various provisions are already the government arranged. Arranged because everyone is unable to take shelter, take a shelter or take a cover, take a cover. Number of people that are the people those living in the seashore or the coastal line, coastal area. Okay, want to provide special protection for them. They doesn't have a what we can say a perfectly built houses. Okay, don't have such kind of things for them. No provision for them. So it's the responsibility of the government to protect them, providing them shelters, providing them shelters there. So these are examples for some steps by the government to ensure social justice, social justice. So that time you cannot ask that, okay, we are staying at home, why the government is not providing a shelter or a special care for us? Why it is so? We not needed that, understanding or not. So in central Kerala or northern Kerala might will not affect with the problem of this hurricane there or this particular climatic condition. There is no problem for us. So we don't want to ask any special support or special help there. But basically in the southern Kerala, they might or the chances are there for that people will face some difficulties. Okay, clear. So that's what justice. Clear. How can we decide what are the basic minimum condition of life needed by people? Okay, it is difficult to understand. So we already know that in economics we studied that always the needs of the people will shift from, always it will jump from one to the other. Okay, necessities to comforts to luxuries to ultra luxuries, right? Every time the need it will change from one to other, right or not? Okay, so governments are unable to satisfy all of our needs or all of our what you can say things what we require. Everything government cannot do that, but up to a minimum level the government will ensure justice and provide the things what a person or what an individual needed there. So various methods of calculating the basic needs of people have been devised by different governments and by the international organizations like the World Health Organizations. Okay, organization, not organizations, organization. But in general, it is agreed that the basic amount of the nourishment needed to the needed to remain healthy. So basic amount of nourishment needed to remain healthy, remain healthy. So I already told you that the Anganwadi programs and midday meal program. Any idea about this Anganwadi program and midday meal program? Any idea? What is that? Anganwadi. How many of you went to Anganwadi in your childhood? Anyone? No one. Nobody. Ashish? Yeah. Amal? What about Elvina? Aishwarya? No, we don't know about that. So Anganwadi is a special program. Okay, Amal, that's got it. Got it. Okay, so it's a program basically run by the central government of India with the help of the state government. Okay, so what is that? It will provide food for the kids below the age of five, cooked and uncooked food, because it is important to improve the health of such kind of small kids there. So it is a responsibility of the government to provide food for them. Okay, if we needed, we are able to join. I mean, we are able to join in the sense we cannot do that. Small kids are able to join in that. Anganwadi is there. So that through Anganwadi, the government is providing different types of medicines, healthy food, healthy food and vaccination. Okay, and food and what you can say, medicine for carrying mothers, carrying women there. Okay, we will not say use the term carrying mothers there. Okay, carrying women there. Understand? For them also, medicine and food will provide through the Anganwadis. Okay, and the next one I asked you, what is this midday meal program? Midday meal program. What is that?
Freelance,
Freelance.
government schools, aided schools.
Government schools there. I mean, public sector schools. Clear or not? Free midday meal is there. Free lunch. Okay, that also a step towards ensuring the social justice and improving health of the people or small kids those studying in schools. Okay, next one, housing and supply of clean drinking water. Okay, as we know that housing, supply of clean drinking water. Clear or not? Why drinking water? If the drinking water is not good, it will lead to number of problems like cholera disease like cholera, diarrhea. Okay, so it is the responsibility of the government to provide a good drinking water to the people and good housing facilities, good houses. Okay, a house for the or home for the homeless. Okay, next one, education. education. Clear or not? Primary education is necessary. It's the right of each and every individual in this country. Education is a right. Clear or not? Okay, so education that will be provided by the government. Next one, minimum wage. Already we know that what is the minimum wage there. That is maintained by the government. Okay, so minimum wage is fixed as 350. No employer should pay less than 350. Minimum 350 rupees want to pay as the wages for one person there. Okay, but I already told you that in India, still because of the high number of people, I mean, because of the large population, today also number of people they are ready to work below the minimum wages that fixed by the government. Fixed by the government, they at least they want to get some money, so they are doing that because the level of poverty is too high in our country. Okay, the next one. Providing people with their basic needs is considered to be one of the responsibilities of a democratic government. Okay, so providing basic amenities or necessities for the people, it is considering as the one of the responsibilities of a democratic government. Democratic government. All the democratic governments want to do like that. However, providing such basic conditions of life to all citizens may pose a heavy burden on the governments. Okay, so just imagine a country with a huge population. Okay, almost all the population of people, or more than 50% of the people, they are living in a living under BPL. So it is a burden for the government, right? Want to provide that much money or that much spending expenditure from the side of the government. Okay, it will create a burden for the government. Clear? Understand? Okay, particularly in countries like India, which have a large number of poor people. Poor people. Okay, that's the problem what we are facing in our country. So that's why we are able to say that okay, the government mechanism is not that good or not that efficient to provide all these amenities for everyone in the society because the population is too high. Okay, out of the control of the government want to spend much money on this kind of activities. Okay, so next, so I want to keep in your mind, it is the necessary, it is the responsibility of what we can say, the democratic government to provide the basic necessities or meet the demand of the people. Okay, so just keep that in your mind. Next one, even if we all agree that states should try to help the most disadvantaged members of the society to enjoy some degree of equality with others, disagreements could still arise regarding the best methods of achieving this goal. Okay, so remember here, the government will use different methods to minimize the gap between the rich and the poor, or trying to ensure equality and justice for everyone in the society. Then also we are able to find some contradictory, what we can say, things in the society. Contradicting in the sense we can say that disagreements. Some people will support it at the same time. Number of people opposing these kind of steps that taken by the government. Okay, so a debate is currently going on in our society. What is the debate? A debate is currently going on in our society. We want to understand here what is that debate. Okay, so here we will as well as in other part of the world about whether promoting open competition through free markets would be the best way for helping the disadvantaged without harming the better off members of a society. So the people they are arguing for open competition through free markets, which means all are or all the people in the society have the right to own property, sell or purchase goods, bargain for the goods what they produced. That is called as a free market condition. Free market condition. Clear or not? Okay, we are able to bargain for it. So I want to say something about the present agricultural bill. Okay, basically, the farmers bill. Okay, can we go for a discussion? Do you know something about that to discuss with? Do you know or not? Or else I will stop it. Okay, so simply I will say, what is that, right? What is that? Okay, so the government says that the bill is basically to avoid the middlemen. Understand? What is the middleman here? So if you are the farmer, just imagine you are the farmer, you cultivated a grain. Okay, example, 100 kilograms of rice, 100 kilograms of rice, right or not? And your cost of production is for 100 kilogram of rice, it is nearly 10,000 rupees. Nearly 10,000 rupees, right? Okay, just imagine. If for a easiness, easy calculation, just write it somewhere. Okay, I will forget that. So what I told, 100 kilogram of grain, you spend 10,000 rupees to produce that. Clear or not? Understand? So you wanted to sell that anyway more than 10,000, right? Right? If it is less than 10,000 means your capital investment and your hard work, everything will in vain there, right? Everything will, what we can say, it will go with the winds. Clear? Understand? So that's what I'm telling. Okay, you want to sell that about 10,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, right? So I offered you, remember, I am the middleman, I am the trader. I offered you 10,000, sorry, okay, 12,000 rupees, 12,000 rupees. Will you sell that to me or not? The question is, will you sell it? I offered 12,000. Okay, the same time, if you're selling the that rice or the grain to the government of India, so government is already declared a minimum support price termed as MSP, minimum support price. Okay, that is for 100 kilogram of rice equal to. Okay, so this is a huge figure. Don't think that 100 kilogram of rice equal to 10,000 rupees or something like that. Okay, just for calculation, easy understanding, I use this term. Okay, so 1 kilogram is a huge cost will come, right or not? Okay, more than 100 rupees, right? So just remember, okay, what is that? The central government is already declared a minimum support price. What is that? Minimum support price. What is this minimum support price? To protect the farmers. Farmers don't want to meet a problem of loss. Okay, they want to get the minimum profit for their products. Okay, so government is fixed 100 kilogram of rice is equal to 13,000 rupees. 13,000 rupees. Okay, what is my offer here? I'm a trader. So my offer is 12,000. At the same time, government is there with the offer there. What is that? 13,000 rupees. Will you sell to me or to the government? Government offer is 13,000 and my offer is 12,000. The money you spend is nearly 10,400 kilogram. Tell me.
The government.
Government, right? To the government, right? So, as per the farmers' bill, okay, what the government is doing here. So maybe chances are there, number of loopholes are there in the bill there. Okay, the main concern of the farmers are in future, the government will stop the MSP system if the government stopped the minimum support price, right? Clear or not? Okay, so there is only one person or one group of people, they are purchasing the product from the farmers. Okay, example, a corporate company, clear or not? So before, one option is there for the government. What is that? It can sell for the government. Farmers can opt. What is that? It can sell the grain for the government that offered 13,000 rupees, the MSP, or the person those who are offering more than that. Right? Right? Clear or not? So government offers 13,000. My side, I am offering 15,000. Means you will sell to me that. Right? Anyway, right? Clear or not? So here, for the government is trying to avoid this middleman. Remember, avoid this middleman, right? So I am not in the scene here now. Who are there? The farmer and the government. Farmer and the government. Clear? Understand? So if the government is giving these chances to any one company or any corporate company to collect the grain from the farmers, like what we are purchasing, you know that we are purchasing petroleum, right? So related with the petroleum, there is no government intervention. The companies can fix the price, right or not? Like that, if a government giving the chance to purchase this grain from one particular corporate company means what will happen? That company will fix the price, right? No other middlemen are there. Okay, nobody is able to offer any other prices, right? Only one corporate company will decide the price. Okay, so that time there is no MSP. Okay, government will not fix any prices. So, example, Adani Group, Reliance Group, like that, corporate companies are there. They can fix the price. So that time they will say that, what they will say, this is just rupees 5,000. Okay, 5,000. I can offer only 5,000 for your 100 kilogram of grain. If you are ready, you can sell it or else you can go back. Is that good or not? Is that fair or not? Is that fair or not? So that's what the concern of the farmers. In the future, if it happen like this, it will create a problem for the farmers, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? So farmers, they are always asking for ensuring this minimum support price. Okay, and a regulated market condition. A regulated market condition. They can avoid the farmers directly. The farmers want to sell the product to the consumer. That's what the method. Regulated farming. I mean, regulated markets. Farmers can sell the product directly to the consumers, right? So here another problem is there. What is that? Okay, so farmer can sell the product direct to the consumer, right? So a corporate company buying all this together means anyway farmers will sell that to the person those who are offering more money, right? Right or not? That's it. Okay, so you will sell it. The farmers will sell it. So that corporate companies will stock all this grain in their godowns. Okay, understanding or not? Clear? Then what will happen there? A shortage of the good will be there in the market. Okay, supply will reduce, price for the goods will increase, right? So many problems are there related with the agricultural bill. Okay, so the farmers are protesting against that, okay. So in a free market condition, you can bargain for your goods what you produce. That's what I told her. If you are a farmer, you can bargain. Okay, who is able to provide the best price, you can sell for them, right? If in the market number of buyers are there, means you can sell your product to the person those who offer the best price. Clear or not? Is that idea clear or not? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's what the free market would be the best way for helping the disadvantaged without harming the better of members of the society. Or whether the government should take on the responsibility of providing a basic minimum to the poor, if necessary, even through redistribution of resources in our country. These different approaches are being supported by the different political groups who debate that relative merits of different schemes of helping the marginalized section of the population, such as the rural or urban poor. We will briefly examine this debate. So there's a debate is going on there. What kind of steps that want to take by the government to support the people basically economically backward, both in the rural area and the urban area, okay. That is going on now. Okay, clear or not? 1 minute. Okay, next one, here it is. A Just Society by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So what is special to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? He's known as? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is known as?
Defense.
What? Defense. Who told that defense or something? What is special to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? The architect of Indian Constitution, right? The architect of Indian Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, and he himself from a deprived society, deprived class. Okay, socially backward class. And he studied an educated person. He studied in different universities in the world, basically the world-class universities, and he's the one who basically drafted the constitution for our country, the Indian Constitution. So he's termed as the architect of the Indian Constitution. So the Just Society is that, so as per B.R. Ambedkar, the Just Society is that society in which ascending sense of reverence and descending sense of contempt is dissolved into the creation of a compassionate society. Okay. Want to respect everyone. That attitude want to improve. What attitude want to improve? Respecting each and everyone. Okay. So attitude towards fighting and humiliating, that should be reduced. Clear or not? Everyone want to accept everyone. Everyone want to respect the other. The attitude towards humiliating others or creating trouble to others, such kind of things want to reduce in the society. Then only we are able to move forward. That society is basically termed as a just society. Clear or not? Okay. Next one, we are discussing one situation here. I already told you that to avoid the problem between the rich and the poor and allocation of the resources, we discussed about a particular market condition is called as free market. Free market. Clear or not? What is free market? In the free market, you are able to sell your good for everyone, sorry, anyone, those who offering the good price, those offering the good price or the best price, right? Clear or not? So you are ready to sell, or you are what you say, free to sell that product. That's what a free market condition. Free market condition. So we are following the capitalist free market system. Okay, we are able to sell to anyone those offering the good price for our products. Okay, so supporters of free markets maintain that as far as possible, individuals should be free to own property and enter into contracts and agreements with others regarding prices and wages and profit. Okay, underline that. Okay, so in free market system, we can work under anyone if you like. So, okay, if you like the terms and conditions, if you like the what we can say, the salary that offered, okay, you are free to work. You are free to work, right? Okay, so supporters of the free market maintain that as far as possible, individuals should be free to own property. All the individuals, they have the special right, okay, to own property and enter into contracts and agreements, okay, related with selling of purchasing goods. Okay, so regarding with the prices, wages and profits, prices, wages and profits, they should be free to compete with each other to gain the greatest amount of benefit. So each and every individual, they are free to participate in the competition. Okay, what kind of competition? Market competition. Market competition. We can sell the goods, we can purchase the goods, and we are able to try to create the maximum profit from our economical activity. That's called the free market condition. So this is a simple description of free market. Okay, so if asking a question, what is a free market? This is the answer here. This is a simple description of the free market. Supporters of the free market believe that if markets are left free of state interference, and the sum of market transaction would ensure overall a just distribution of benefits and duties in the society. Clear or not? So the people, those who supporting the free market condition, says that government do not or should not interfere in the situation of a free market. Okay, the government is not interfering. All the things or all the resources, okay, will equally transfer from one person to another, right? That's what the idea of the free market or the people, those who supporting the free market condition. Are you supporting that? Are you supporting the free market? Huh? Are you thinking that the poor people are they are able to gain from this condition? Are you thinking? Free market condition, all are free to decide. What are you thinking? Okay, so we will discuss that. Not going for a conclusion now. Okay, so if I am asking, Aishwarya will say that sometime will look good, sometime it is bad, right? Okay, that's what. So I am not asking any question. So listen here, those with merit and talent would be rewarded accordingly. So in the free market condition, the people with the merit and talent would be rewarded accordingly. Those who using good skills and talent, they will get a good remuneration. Okay. The same time, okay, here, while the incompetent would get a lesser reward. The people, those who are not that powerful to compete, they will not get a much reward. They will award with a less profit. Okay, they would maintain that whatever be the outcome of market distribution, it would be just. Okay, so they would maintain that whatever be the outcome of the market distribution, it would be just. So the supporters of the free market says that whatever may be the outcome by participating in the free market condition, it is considering as just, because what you did, you received for that. Clear or not? What is your talent, you received for that. Okay, almost in the case of justice we discussed related with the liberal idea. Okay, you can participate in the competition. Okay, so as per your talent and ability, you can win the match. That's what the same method is here also, the free market condition. Okay, so read it, understand this. Okay, up to here. So we will continue in the next class. Okay, everyone, thank you very much. So reading the textbook is compulsory here. Okay, so every day what are the chapters we completed or what are the pages we finished, just read it properly and understand that idea and the meaning there. Okay, so thank you everyone, thank you very much.